And all these trips I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live, I don't know what these mad for.
Hey everybody, it's the Coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Well, Coach, we are just about set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. A few moments ago, they raised the 12th man banner, and this place, as usual, rocking and rolling. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Houston Texans and the Seattle Seahawks. The AFC's Pro Bowl kicker from a year ago, Jason Myers, will get us started. And off we go from Seattle. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Watson on first down. He's got Fuller. Oh, he's got a little Will Fuller. Nobody there to stop him. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 75 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
If we had $1 for every time we heard a team talk about explosive plays and how valuable they are, we probably wouldn't have to work very much. And we just saw a big one there. And then they tried to go explosive again, going for 2.
Yeah, is that a little too risky, you think? Just kick the extra point?
You know, I'm all about getting points. And if I feel good about my kicker, I go ahead and do that. But with that ball at the 2-yard line, going for 2, I think it's awfully tempting for teams nowadays.
So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Time to get a peek at Russell Wilson, quarterback bringing out the Seattle Seahawks offense. Week 6. 4-point victory over Cleveland. Russell Wilson was 5 yards shy at 300 at 295 and also 2 touchdown passes. He continues to do his thing in 2019.
14 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions on the year. And I love how you said, let's get a peek at him. You and I both know, both eyes are wide open when Russell Wilson is on the field. And that game against Cleveland, he and the Seattle offense, they were really challenged, weren't they? The lead kept going back and forth. He led the late drive to get the win on the road.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Wilson. That's caught by Hollister. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Carson, who was a 1,000-yard rusher a season ago, has picked up the pace this year after a slow start. 3 straight 100-yard games Most recently, Week 6, 124 yards and a game-winning score in the 4-point win. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now it's Wilson. And he is into the end zone to give him a 2-point lead. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. As the Texans take the field here again, I'm looking down at the AFC South right now. Houston at 4-2, Colts 3-2, the Jags and Titans 2-4. This is going to be very intriguing as the season unfolds.
It certainly is, and think about the upcoming schedule now for Houston because they're at Indy, division rival, and they'll be battling for first place down the stretch. Home to Oakland, and let's face it, that game has changed dynamics, hasn't it? We thought that was going to be a pretty easy victory for them when the season started. No longer. Oakland playing pretty good football. And then they head across the pond to face the Jacksonville Jaguars, another division game.
Right there.
Back to the air, Watson on second down. He finds Hopkins complete. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
To throw is Watson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The linebacker Bobby Wagner able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. With a catch made by Johnson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Watson looks to throw again. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16.
First down, Houston. Right here. Hey, 50.
From the red zone now, Watson steps away to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, you got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Throwing is Wilson. Flushed out right. And he'll be out right at the 35. Able to find a lot of empty space there. Picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
On first down, Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Under 10. Mike, 55.
Now Wilson to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's third and long here. Wilson. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
Fourth down, and out is the all-pro punter from a year ago, Michael Dixon, to punt for Seattle. DeAndre Carter's deep for the Texans. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Johnson running right. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. Throwing on third down, Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Watson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. With a sack, it's Ziggy Ansah. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
3rd and long. It's Watson going deep for Hopkins. He's got a man. Complete. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. And even 40 yards. Watson now to throw. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up. This is caught inside the 15. 39 yards there. A big one. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Texans have retaken the lead. Bill O'Brien with a call here. We'll go for 2.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Seattle's offense takes the field again. It's an offense that has been humming in 2019. They've scored at least 21 points in every game. They've also liked playing the AFC North. Week 6 with that win over the Browns, that makes them 3-0 against the division. And they're going for the sweep of the division in Week 7 when they host Baltimore.
Almost sounds like college football, doesn't it? When you beat teams within your state. And
well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for Seattle. 49 yards. Here's Wilson.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along and hope someone will come free.
It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. From the shotgun, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded at the 2. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage.
And got his man complete. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson, 51 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play. Well, we got a second. Let's look ahead to Week 7 and what's on the slate. Things start out Thursday night. Kansas City at Denver, divisional battle.
Suddenly an interesting game. Kansas City having lost their last two, and Denver now playing defense as we expected. But how about the NFL 100 game of the week? Oakland at Green Bay, a rematch of Super Bowl II.
Also have New Orleans at Chicago and Philly visiting Dallas on Sunday night.
That is a huge win in the NFC East.
Yeah, both teams 3-3. The winner will have the lead in that division. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play there just before halftime. 61 yards. To throw is Wilson. They set up the screen to Penny. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Check 41. Good, 4 down. Mike 41, Mike 41. Good, 4 down.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson eluding the press. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab as they have taken the lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Now a look at Will Fuller as he and the rest of the offense gears up to get ready to go again. He's done his part, but so far it's been in a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches and production. Keep doing it.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. After the interception, here's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now again, right side. Carson. Now Carson fumbles the football. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. From midfield now, here's Wilson. He wants it all for the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Final play of the half. It's Wilson dancing to his left. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be incomplete. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the number 1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
Mike 41, Mike 41. He looks good.
2nd and 5 now. Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. He can run for it. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out, fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From midfield now on 2nd down. Wilson. It's caught. Block it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 29-yard line. Penny, a 1st down carry.
I think it all came together there. In break.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he will get into the end zone, and it's now a 2-score game as the lead moves to 9. So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Ezekiel Ansah able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson, he's going to go for a big play down. He's got a man, complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. Off of play action, it's Watson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Got a man open, it's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box, touchdown.
Watson off play action. On the move to his left. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Now it's Wilson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Stay with your man. Mark 55.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
You want no problem. You want no problem from me.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. And he's got Lockett. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, 1st down Seahawks.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Flushed out right. He hits his running back, Procise. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson buying time to his left. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 44 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And he moved left there, Charles. Little danger play. He didn't throw toward that left side, went over the middle. Got the 6, though.
Yeah, he seems like the type of guy that when you told him as a kid, don't touch the stove because it might...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Back to throw, Watson. Open man is QT, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6.
Y'all playing the wrong football. Like 50.
The first down carry here for Johnson. A gain of 3, second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Watson sliding out of the pocket. He finds Hopkins complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. Now a play fake, and it's Watson rolling to his right. And the catch made by Hopkins. 22 yards there, a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 6-yard touchdown run as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point.
Well, let the natural light of today reflect that he is now getting into the end zone 2 times.
Look at you. You're a little Ralph Waldo Emerson, is that his name?
No, I was just going with the meteorologist. Said it was a day game. I'm here.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Wilson under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Forced out to his left. This is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35. Wilson, offense just can. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. J.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Wilson being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6. They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. On second down and 4, Watson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Ziggy Ansah getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And they work this out past the 25. 23 yards on the play. Now it's Watson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Watson now to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Watson. He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. The quick slant caught, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.